everybody. Welcome back to Sarah's Table. Again, I'm going to say it's a very special episode. And the reason why today is a very special episode is because it is the very last episode of the calendar year. Pow, pow, pow. Finger guns. My name's Sarah Moore. My pronouns are she, her. I'm going to be your host and your game master. In this game, it is called Mother Tree. And I'm going to be your favorite person. I'm going to remind you to have some water. The weather is crazy outside, and you are probably dehydrated. Just throwing that out there. Speaking of crazy weather, so last week for Christmas here in the Chicagoland area, we had an insane storm that hit like 2 days before Christmas. And it had it was like with wind chill, it was like -29. It was like insane. Like, don't go outside because your skin will freeze off. And today it is 53 degrees. Yep. So climate change is cool.
Fake.
Oh,
totally.
No, cool.
Cool. Sure. Cool. Fake. Cool. I don't know which one it is, but it's weird. Yeah. Okay. That was a tangent. Welcome to my brain. Hi. We're going to do a quick safety discussion. It is very important as a responsible game master or player at the table or human being to know where everybody's lines are. We want people to feel safe and comfortable, to be vulnerable and express joy and fear and all of those things. So here on Sarah's Table, you are never going to find sexual violence, violence against children, withholding food as punishment, or starvation. Those are just like universal ones that I am personally not comfortable at all with at the table. I know also no fingernail stuff or teeth trauma stuff here at this table because of some players. Is there anything else we want to avoid today? Great. Cool. If we wander, because today it might get weird. Spoilers, it might get weird. If we wander into territory that you go, oh, I am not comfortable here, you can either throw up a physical X. It's very easy to see in these windows. Or you can message me in our Zoom chat. Or you can just say it out loud if you feel comfortable, like, hey, I think we should stop, please. And then we'll walk it back. No questions asked. If something is super uncomfortable and you don't want to do any of those things, you can private message me. My phone is right next to me. Everything's fine. We want to have a good end of the year. Pew. Who are you? The end. That's not a good transition. Did I not do that right? Okay. Let's start with Meagan. Meagan, who are you?
I'm Meagan.
The end.
My pronouns are she, her. Wait, no, you didn't need more. Yeah, okay. I thought I was like gonna pick it up, and then I was like, I got nothing. That's it. That's me. My name's right on the screen. I don't.
What was your best Christmas moment this year, Meagan?
Okay. My best Christmas moment. Oh, I have some really dumb ones that don't make sense. So
we love that.
Well, I was like, because I'm in my daughter's room right now so that I can film somewhere quiet. And so I literally just looked over and saw that we got her like a hope chest style thing because she's graduating this year. And like, I don't know, I just have a very specific image of her getting, because it's full of not exciting stuff, but you're moving out. So here's some towels and boring stuff and like a little teapot because she drinks a lot of tea. That was cute. But like, she got so excited about this. She was like, what is this at the bottom? I pulled it out and I was like, because it's a frying pan. We're like obsessed with this one type of frying pan and they always get ruined because there's 100 people in our family.
Yeah.
And she was like, no one can touch this one. It can't inexplicably get damaged. And it was like the most excited that anyone was about any of the actual presents that people got was like her about this frying pan.
That's really sweet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's very much the when you're a kid, oh, I got socks for Christmas. When you're an adult, oh, I got socks for Christmas.
Socks for Christmas. Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. Whereas our youngest, who's 2, lost his mind about the little like foam Viking sword and shield that we got him. So
Sure. Yeah.
that's like
Very good.
that's where they're at.
Yeah. We used to do, we did because when our kids were very small, we were desperately poor. And so one of the things that we would do for every holiday was get like themed socks from like the dollar store.
Oh yeah.
And then we got to a point where I felt like we could buy nicer things. And so I didn't do that for one holiday when they were like, I don't know, like 11 or 12 or something. And they were like, beware the socks.
Yeah.
And so we still do it. They still got socks in there.
We do. I bet we have
That's
the same
awesome.
socks because we always get the holiday socks from the dollar store too.
Yeah. Because they're just like, they're just fun and silly.
And a dollar.
And a dollar.
Although actually like $1.25 right now. Everything at the Dollar Tree by us is $1.25.
Yeah.
Which is the truest sign of inflation I've ever seen.
$1.25 shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love though that when I lived in England, they were called pound towns, which is very funny to me.
That's
Going to Pound Town.
Going to Pound Town. This was a pound
Town, guys.
It rounds.
I need socks. I'm going to Pound Town.
That's
that's
that is
funnier
how
than
you
it should
get
be.
socks. Yeah.
You go to Pound Town. That's incredible.
Patrick, who are you? Brand new to the show, never been here.
Totally, for
First
sure.
time.
Absolutely. That's the truth. Hi, everybody. I'm Patrick Keeffe. I'm that gray gentleman everywhere on the internet. My pronouns are he, they.
And what was your favorite Christmas moment this year?
So my favorite Christmas moment was actually a little bit of a mishap. My sister had gotten me we do like sibling presents, and she was very excited about the Christmas present that she got for me, which was it's hard to explain. It's a portrait of Inigo Montoya from The Princess Bride, except
Great.
it's the way that it's drawn is it's all the blank space in between the entire script of The Princess Bride.
Yeah.
And it's all like formed to be Inigo Montoya. And she was very excited to give that to me because Princess Bride is like potentially my favorite movie of all time. And I opened it up and I loved it. But the problem is I knew I loved it because she had given it to me 2 Christmases ago.
Oh my God.
And it is currently, I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah,
It is currently hanging. The one that she gave me 2 Christmases ago is currently hanging on my wall. And so she was like, I knew you would love it. And I was like, Molly, you knew I'd love it because you already gave it to me. She's like, no, Mom told me and I didn't believe her. No. It was
It's
very
even
much a
better
dramatic, like, God.
that she was the one that gave it to you. Like that's even
incredible.
like,
Yeah.
oh my
But
God.
I felt so bad, but we had a really good laugh.
Well,
over
now
it.
I feel like it needs to
now
be a
you gotta pick up
tradition.
a different poster.
Well, or like a tradition where now that's all she ever gets you for
It's
Christmas.
just
It's just
Inigo
like
Montoya.
copies and copies and copies.
Yeah.
So you can have one in every house. Eventually you'll be able to
Yeah, there you
wallpaper
go.
your wall with it.
I would like to,
That'd be
I
very
did
good.
not plug any of my socials and I will not because what I want to do
Okay.
right now is plug Mandy Patinkin's TikTok. If you
Yeah.
don't follow
Yes,
him,
100%.
it's a delight.
Go follow Mandy
Go follow
Patinkin
Mandy
on TikTok.
Patinkin. Don't worry about me. Don't even follow these guys. Go follow Mandy Patinkin.
No,
That's all we
don't-
need.
No, don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
It's a
can edit
Christmas
that out.
miracle.
Go follow
Mandy
Mandy
Patinkin.
Enjoy.
the
It's great.
Truly enjoy. It's a lovely time.
best.
He's a very sweet man.
Yeah.
Great. Today we are going to be playing a little bit of a maybe a darker, juicier game. It is called The Journey to the Whispering Tree. It is by Jamila R. Nedjadi. And here is the little blurb of description. Once upon a time, the dreaming forest was beautiful and perfect. Fae and human alike wandered into the forest in their sleep, walking the manyed path to the whispering tree. Here, at the heart of the forest, the tree whispered all manner of things. But whatever wish you whispered in return, it would come true when you woke up. That is, until the lightning beast came hungry and despairing. Everything is twisted now, dark and terrifying. Flashes of nightmares roam the forest, but you need this wish to come true no matter what. And so you venture forth into the forest, twisted by nightmarish beasts, the tree waiting for you. So it's going to be real lighthearted and sweet.
Oh, yeah.
To begin our journey, we're going to have you build your journeymen who are going to enter the dreaming forest. There's only a couple questions to go through. It's not a super involved process. The first one, you have to choose between being human, half-blooded, or sleeper. So you may be completely human. You might have a little fey blood in you, which would make you a half-blood. Or you may have forgotten that you were fey once, and you believe you are actually human now, which would make you a sleeper. Depending on what you choose, the fey and the forest will treat you accordingly.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for mine.
Yeah, could roll if you want.
That's a good idea. Yeah, it's a good idea because those all seem good. And also, like, who wants to choose human? But there's probably pros and cons to it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Okay. 1 through 3. Human, half-blood, sleeper. That's a 1. I'm a human.
You are a human. We got a human. Meagan?
Half-blood.
Okay. So now you get to describe what you look like. What do you wear? How do you carry yourself? What pronouns do you use? What are some identifying descriptors for your character?
Okay.
I'm gonna say pronouns are they, them.
Okay.
This individual is they always keep clean shaven, but that's pretty much the only thing clean about them. They're very much like a forest person.
Okay.
Like someone who enjoys existing within the wilds. Maybe has like a hut out in the forest.
Do you like
somewhere.
You dwell on like the edge of the forest? You live on the edge of the dreaming forest?
Maybe not the dreaming forest specifically, but like forests.
Other forest.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Like a mountain person, like very much of the land kind of deal. Lots of furs, and like traveling leathers, big backpack.
Sorry, are you strong?
Rucksack kind of deal.
Are you like a you live off the land, so you would work the land?
Yeah, I would say so.
Cool.
Yeah, very much like hunter-gatherer kind of archetype.
All right.
I'm a half-blood, so I'm trying to think how that would manifest. And I think that I will be she, her, and like I think she's gonna have some extra hair. So maybe like along the back of her arms, there'll be like a little line of hair, and like the back of her calves, little line, like a silky, like a fetlock, if anyone knows horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like extra long sideburns, you know, she's like extra hairy. But she tries to keep herself like very well groomed because she wants to sort of be more presentable and acceptable to humans and stuff. But she will go into the like edges of the woods to gather things and like basically liaise and like sell. And like you know, provide things to the human population that maybe they don't want to like go into the forest for. And so she has to like keep herself very presentable so that she's not like a threat or anything. But she doesn't want to like get rid of those features because it also is her like,
is helpful in the forest. Yeah, for your job.
For sure.
Yeah.
The next question is, what are you known for? What weaponry or skill do you bring with you into the forest? You have a choice. It does not have to be a physical weapon. So you have sword, you have speech, or you have song.
Ooh. I described first last time, so I'm going to let Meagan go first this time.
Okay.
Sword, speech, or song?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think sword. I'm kind of torn between speech and song. Do I get to know any more about those things, or I just have to, just based on that word?
Just based on the word. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to say, I really want to say song, just because like I want to say song, but I think speech.
Speech?
Oh,
yeah.
Nope. Okay.
I also really want to say song.
Right? Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm wondering what makes more sense because of the character I described. I think maybe like sword, but like axe kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like woodcutter's axe.
Okay.
Kind of deal.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who is waiting for you back home? How would their world turn dark if you were to not return? You have to choose the names of two people who mean everything to you. These two are your connections to the human world and your only way back home.
Well, Patrick, it's your turn to go first.
Right. I'm going to say two kids.
Two kids. Okay.
Yep. We're gonna go with the first one's name is Frella. Frelja.
Okay.
And the other one's name is we'll go with Bjorn. Bjorn. Frella and Bjorn.
Names. They have
Good
names
mountain
too.
names.
Okay.
Good mountain names.
I gotta think of a name now. Hold on.
Okay. While she's thinking, how old are these children?
Frella is, I want to say, probably like 15, and Bjorn, I want to say, is like 10.
Female, male, non-binary.
Frella is female. Bjorn is male.
Female 15, male 10. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna say I feel like I took this name from something and I can't think of what. So sorry if someone's like, that's weird. Okay. I have a half brother on my human side.
Okay.
Who I live with, and we're very close. He like took me in. So we live together, and he has a daughter. So the two of them are like my family.
Okay.
And his name is Thrym. Thrym.
Okay.
And her name is Vess. Vess. And she is 7.
Okay. So on your sheets next to each of those people, please make 3 boxes. Rolling certain things on your dice when you do checks could potentially cause a crack in that connection.
No.
And if all 3 boxes get filled up, that connection shatters.
No.
if for some reason you get all 6 of those filled in and you shatter both your connections, the forest will claim you as one of their own. You will not be going back up.
All right.
But there's more. We're not done.
I like this.
Why are you making this harrowing journey into the heart of twisted fae magic? What desperation drives you? Here is where you write down your wish for the Whispering Tree.
Ooh. Oh, this is hard. Oh, I don't know if I want.
It's got to be something.
I know.
That makes you desperate enough to risk losing the 2 most important people in your life.
Thinking of how this sets the tone.
Yeah.
I think I had a partner, Freyla and Bjorn's other parent.
Okay.
And they say adoptive parent too.
Okay.
I think we adopted them. The winter last year was particularly harsh, and in an effort to help our family survive out in the woods, they had sought out a local magic practitioner and had attempted to make a deal with them. In the process, their life was traded and their soul was shattered apart.
Whoa.
And so my wish for the wishing tree is not to have them back, but at least assure their soul reconstitution and safe passage to whatever afterlife that we believe in.
And what was your partner's name?
Grell, Grell.
Okay. All right, Meagan.
Okay. Oh man, I want to like think of something more clever, but all my brain do is not clever. But
I
you know what?
definitely didn't pull elements of mine from different video games and books that I recently
Definitely
read.
not.
Definitely didn't
For
do
sure
that.
not.
Great.
Completely new.
This is 100% original content.
Uh-huh.
I am going to say that Thrym was working where he works.
Great.
Doing the job he does.
Yeah.
Which is, like a...
Like a miller, maybe?
We'll say that I was going to say he was like a Fletcher or something, right? So he's like making arrows, but he has to like nap the stone and stuff. And he cut himself pretty bad and it's infected and no one has been able to help him. And so he can't work and he's getting very sick. And his partner is already out of the picture.
Okay.
So it's just him to care for Vess. And I don't want her to lose her other parent. And so I'm trying to save my brother.
Okay.
Love it.
Another real light one for you here.
Turns out people don't want to risk everything for like super light reasons.
Just for really,
Yeah,
just like,
right?
I just like would like an ice cream cone.
I've never tried candy.
I'm like, that seems like could be a thing.
Yeah.
You have been dreaming about the forest and the dark things lurking in there. Tell the mother tree about what you dream about. Describe the horrors and fears your dreams hold. What are you encounter? What do you What is the forest sending to you that you think you will encounter while in the forest?
Ooh.
Well, I know a bit about the forest already, and also this plays to like my real life fears. So we'll go with at least one of these.
Great.
Is I dream about the people that I care about. So obviously the two of them, and then also like friends and stuff that I have, and encountering them and just having like no memory of who they are or our memories together. Yeah. And they're like desperately trying to get me to remember, and I like can't, but because it's a dream, I'm like aware of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I dream about like just being eternally lost, like wandering. Yeah.
Really getting into it to end the year here, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to your
Love
fears.
this. Love this.
All right, Patrick, what are your fears?
I think the nightmare is me wandering throughout the forest and different little vignettes of Grell's spirit in different situations. One of them is seeing the bits and fragments sort of slowly be pulled from each other by different predatory animals. And I want to say that one of the vignettes is Grell, their spirit being corrupted and turned into some form of shade and reappearing to Frella and Bjorn as if a friend and as if returning in life. And then once they get close enough, turning on them and attacking them. And
yikes.
Yeah.
How
So
nice.
that fear of corruption.
Real lovely stuff.
Yeah.
And corruption. Great. I'm sure that won't come up at all.
We're definitely not just feeding Sarah plot at the moment.
Definitely not. Here is your last step to create your characters. What is your bond with your other journeyman? Are you friends? Are you lovers? Are you rivals?
I want to say friends.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how.
Right. Yeah. We both go into woods to do stuff. Basically, we met at the Go Into Woods convention.
What if you were also like an old friend of Grell's?
Yeah. Okay.
Was Grell half-blood?
I like that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that's like we had that connection, and then when you and Grell got together, we were like,
there was the you're like the one of the godparents to our kids.
Yeah. Great. Love them.
They're the best.
Those kids.
Those crazy kids.
Those kids that I definitely remember the name of for sure.
Frella and Bjorn.
There we go.
I am their godparents.
Like you'll hold up your hand. Frella.
Bjorn.
You have to go and save
definitely
your brother.
So now you also need to write on your sheet, you need to write the word dreams. And then you need to make 3 boxes. One of the important things that is happening in this game is that the Fae deal in favors. So you can gain favors by doing certain things or lose them by doing certain things with the Fae. If you have no favors to give when the Fae demands one, then you owe the Fae one of your dreams. And if you owe them 3 dreams, then they own you.
Cool.
What it says is they snap their fingers and sing their song, and your human skin sheds, and you leave behind this life and all its memories forever.
Cool. Love that for us.
I want you to know that as someone who was raised, albeit Irish Catholic, but the Irish mythology side of Irish Catholic, this is going against every single instinct that I have in regards to
Don't go in the forest. Don't go in the forest.
Yeah.
Like,
Can't wait to eat all their food.
It's gonna be
exactly.
great. Go
I
in a
can't wait to
circle.
tell them my name.
Not the one I go by. My real name.
My real name.
Exactly.
My true name,
My
if you will.
true name.
Actually, what an excellent thing there. What should we call you, each of you?
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's probably something I should have thought about.
Yep.
I probably have a name.
Probably.
Uh-huh.
Right, you are. Let's go Sturley.
Sturley.
Sturley. Nice.
Sturley.
Sturley. And my name
Yeah.
is Laufey. Is Laufey a name?
Laufey. It is now.
Laufey is a name.
Great.
Laufey's a good name.
Laufey.
Great. Laufey.
So favors are a thing that will work into your mechanics. You will be rolling only 2d6 anytime that we are dealing with any kind of uncertain outcome. You want to roll between an 8 and a 10. That means you achieve your goal and you get a boon from the mother tree. If you roll an 11 or higher, you have gone too far. And you will be shattering or you will be causing a crack in a connection to one of your to the human world. But if you are 7 or below, also something bad happens. You might have to make a dark bargain in order to succeed, which means you will pay whatever price is asked of you, or you will falter and the mother tree will tell you how things become worse. You can add Fae favors to your rolls up to 3.
Okay.
So like theoretically, you could add nothing to them and it would be fine.
Okay.
But
Do we-
maybe not.
The favors do. So you said up to 3. Is that up to 3 always on any roll?
On any roll. If you have the
They're not, like,
favors,
limited.
you spend them
Okay.
on there. Yeah.
But the Fae that we encounter can also ask for favors, and if we don't have any to give,
Yeah.
then we give
It
them
all
one of our
depends
dreams.
on how you interact with them. So you can,
Got it.
you would gain a favor when you show or receive any form of affection, but they will ask for one from you if you flinch or hesitate when dealing with the Fae. You can gain 2 favors when you make a promise to a Fae, but they will take 2 favors if you break it. And you can gain 3 favors if something is very important. You can gain 3 favors, but you have to give an important memory to the Fae. And if you try to reclaim it, you don't lose any favors, but the memory is corrupted or unreliable in strange ways.
All right.
Oh, boy.
One more other quick warning.
Boy. Yep.
Be wary of the Fae. When you have 5 or more favors collected, Your heart carries fairy light within it, and it will attract all manner of creature within the forest, for good or for ill. The more that you take on these favors, the more the fae are attracted to you.
Okay. Cool.
So 8 to 10 is the range you want. 11 or above, not so great. 7 and below, also not so great.
That's so many.
It is.
So many numbers are 7 and below.
It is, yes.
So many.
So many are.
Who knows how many, but a lot.
It's at least a couple.
Impossible to know.
It's just, we'll never know. There's also the same thing that you are doing when you are navigating through the dreaming forest. So as you are going through, it is that same scale of numbers of how you are navigating through. There's also one of the boons is that you can heal a crack.
Oh.
So if you roll an
cool.
8 through 10, you have to decide, because you can also gain invaluable insight or a gift from the dreaming tree. But you also have to like keep track of how many cracks you have.
All right. Lucky, I have them on a piece of paper.
Ta-da! All right. I think we're ready to let's dive in and see what happens.
Yes. I just need to find a pencil real quick.
Yes, that seems important.
So many pens. Very little pencils. A pencil.
Hey, nailed it.
Got it.
It's a very bright day. Sunrise. Beautiful outside the forest. The two of you have met up. You've talked about this before. But you've finally gotten the courage up to dive deep into the dreaming forest to get to the whispering tree. Neither of you have ever been there before. And things are going downhill for both of you. And you've decided that this is your only way out. Because you know each other and you trust each other, you are hoping that the bonds of your friendship will help you stay strong while you are in the forest. And the moment that you step into the forest, into the canopy, it feels like eternal twilight. It's just not any light here. And it almost feels like that moment, you have that moment, the feeling you get when you're right on the edge of sleep, where everything feels a little fuzzy and out of focus. And it's, you're almost certain that you can see other figures in the forest, but if you turn your face to look at them, there's nothing there. It's too quiet here. You're not hearing any of the things that you should be used to in a forest. There's no bird song. There's no little skittering animals at your feet. There's no rustle of leaves. So the only sound that you're hearing is your feet and your heartbeats and your breath, which heartbeats and breath, a little elevated at this moment. It's not really what you want to be doing here. So I'm going to see who would like to try to navigate first.
I guess I will, since this is the part of the forest that I have been through before.
Mm-hmm.
It's the very edges. So I'm comfortable-ish here, as comfortable as you can be.
I'm going to say that because of your ancestry, that you can start with 2 favors.
Okay.
You've gone into this, this edge of the forest a lot. You've probably encountered at least a couple of fae over and you are always polite because you know what's up. So
yeah. Okay. And then you, I imagine, can add the favors after rolling.
Oh,
no, you have to decide beforehand.
Do it for.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I trust myself here, and I'm going to hang on to those favors.
Okay.
I go roll for it. That's a 9.
A 9. Excellent.
That's awesome. That's really good.
Great.
Okay. So as you are going through, you start to bend the dream of this forest to your will. Like you said, you are very comfortable here and on the outskirts of the forest, and you feel confident that you can lead your friend in and yourself. So you may choose between a clear vision from your heart, offering a bright blessing, or something valuable and healing that was in this part of the forest.
I will take. Oh man, those are both good things. Something valuable and healing, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know that in this area of the forest, there is a particular herb that if you chew on it has a bright enough scent that it helps you like stay sharp.
Okay.
We love coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a peppermint coffee situation. Caffeinated peppermint over here.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Okay.
Love that.
Can I, is it nearby? Can I gather some of it up?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have that.
Great. I gather a bunch and I'm like, you probably want to keep some of this on you for when things get a little bit unclear.
Thank you.
Nice.
Good
And as you are gathering, you see off to the side, you see somebody that you know has wandered into the forest. This is a person that you see often. It's somebody that you trade with a lot. They have previously said that they are too scared to come into the forest. But they maybe they needed a supply to resupply and you were not around. So they have wandered in. They look confused.
Okay. Question really quick. In my time here, have I seen false visions before?
Probably.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. Sometimes a false vision is not a false vision. Sometimes it is a fae.
Right.
Sometimes it is a false vision. Sometimes it is the actual thing you're seeing.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're in a fae forest. Got it. I hail them down. Hey, do you need help?
They turn and look at you and their confusion gets bigger and they start wandering toward you.
Okay.
Are we sure?
No.
Right. Good.
Yeah. But is it who is it, Sarah? What's their name? Is it Jonathan?
It's Jonathan. Amazing. I'm so good at naming people.
I love Jonathan.
Yeah. I'm going to say that this is somebody who has a booth, like, I would say like probably right normally in like the town bazaar that you go to, right on the edge. You know, they're the first one to be set up always. And her name is Anatha. And she is she's usually just like a very sweet, not the smartest, but just like a really sweet girl.
Okay. Is she still coming towards us?
Yeah. And I'll say that she is she's like a weaver. She's really good with cloth and thread, but like not much else.
Okay. Anatha, did you need something in the woods? It's not safe to be in here.
She pauses for a moment. And then her smile gets very, very big.
Nope.
Not great. But that could mean a couple things. Yeah.
Hand on the axe.
Yeah.
At my side, just not pulling it out, just resting it right on top of the axe head.
Okay.
I'm like, stay ready, but also it could be her and just addled by the woods.
Her smile is very, very big, and she comes forward and she reaches her hands out, and they're covered in something liquidy.
No, that's not.
I take a step back and I'm like, what are you doing here?
And you hesitated, so she requires a favor.
Ah, damn it. Okay. Well, I guess I give her one of the ones that I have.
Yeah. And she says, I just need a little help finding, and she's reaching out with her hands, and they are getting like bigger.
Alfie.
And her sort of longer nails and like sharper, and like her proportions are not correct. They're just like growing. And she says, I just need something to eat.
And I'm like, great, there's herbs right over there. You can gather them up, crush them up, chew on them for a little while, and they will sate all of your hunger. Please be gone. And I like grab Sterling and start to walk away.
So that sounds like you are using your speech.
Peppermint.
Yeah. You're using your speech to it's testing your resolve. So you're going to take your two-sided die. Are you using any of your favors? You have one remaining.
No.
Okay.
Old moves from Meagan.
It's so early.
I love it.
Am I just rolling this to use my speech? Or do I get any?
No, it's just that's how you resolve your conflict.
Yep. Yeah, okay, great. It's so good. It's a good roll.
It's
a 5.
It's a 5.
Oh, it sounds great. Oh.
But look, if I used my one favor, I still wouldn't have gotten a good roll. So
you have a choice. You may make a dark bargain in order to succeed, but you must pay whatever price the Fae asks. Or you can falter, and the Mother Tree will tell you how things become worse for you.
Okay. I falter. I don't want to make a dark bargain. It's so early for dark bargains, you know?
Early for dark bargains.
It's like 10 in the morning. I falter.
Okay. The way that you falter is you don't quite get out of her reach.
Okay.
And she scratches you down your arm.
Yeah, she would.
And you are bleeding, and it will not clot.
Okay. Well, I like rip off. Sorry. What?
I was going to say, I think Sterling knows how to tourniquet fairly well, and despite the fact that it's not clotting, we're going to cut off the blood flow.
Oh, but my arm, I need it for arm stuff.
I'll be able to use it for a little bit, but it's going to be pins and needles.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we bind it up as best we can with pieces of cloak.
I would like to see if I can with any sort of knowledge of the surrounding area. And though I might not have been in the Forest of the Dreaming before, with Grell imparting some knowledge, especially for the kids any sort of root that might heal a wound inflicted by one of the Fae, or at least help that healing along. Any sort of see if I can find something along those lines.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
This Fae will give you that. This is not a roll.
Okay.
This Fae will give you that knowledge, but you have to give it a memory.
Yeah, it's not quite as early over here for dark bargains. It's just past 1 p.m. So let's go. Okay. I will say the memory I'll give. And I assume it's got to be an important memory.
It has to be an important memory.
The memory I will give is the first time I told Grell I loved him.
Oh. Okay. Because of how that happened, you may also take 2. That was a big one. You may take 2 favors. And
heck yeah.
And you also were there is something in the forest that it's like sort of it does not smell really great. It is sort of a fungusy kind of situation that you can slather on that wound that will help it clot.
Going to sting a little bit.
Yep, do it. Yep. Okay. That was good. That was good.
Oh, that's ripe.
It smells real bad. like death. Like just
decay.
Smells like a corpse.
Yeah.
I love it. You know what? Maybe that'll
I love it.
keep
I love
some
it
other
so
stuff
much.
away from us. No one likes a corpse, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Let's go.
Takes the tourniquet and like instead of cutting off the blood flow now just wraps it around and puts some of those like sprig of mint around to try and block out the smell.
I just want it to smell better. I'm so sorry.
Oh, good. Now it smells like minty corpse.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome.
We need to journey deeper. Who is leading?
Yeah, I'll keep going.
I'm going to point out here on an 11 plus, it's not when you are navigating, an 11 plus is not bad.
Okay.
Well then,
do you want me to roll for this one? I can totally roll for this one.
I got it. I trust it.
Yeah, get him.
Should I use this favor though? Only got the one.
Can I give a favor to her to use?
It is your own favors. You must use your own favors.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna use my favor and currently be favorless.
Okay.
That's a 6.
Okay. The whispers overwhelm you.
Oh, okay.
So as you are moving deeper, perhaps it is the sharp pain that is refusing to dull in your arm, or the smell of this like death and decay that is now just permeating around you, or, maybe it's just hard to shake off that this normally very sweet figure was not actually what you thought. But you are starting to hear like these like slithery sort of echoey noises inside your brain, and they're starting to like find all of the little cracks and all of your little fears, and they're pulling them out into the light. And you cannot shake the vision of being lost here forever.
Yep.
You avoid this fate by feeding some of your humanity to the forest. So you're going to take a crack.
Okay. Do I have to decide who?
You have to decide. You decide where the crack goes.
Okay. I will put a crack in my relationship with my brother. Oh, yep. Okay. I think I made a wrong turn. I think I made 100 wrong turns.
Okay.
All I'm doing is wrong turns, and we might be here forever, just like forever.
Look at me. Look at me. It's going to be all right. I'm here. I'm real.
Okay.
Touch my hand.
What's the rest of this? You know what I mean? Like, what is this? Where are we? It's all just, it's like tree. And then I was navigating, and then I was like, whoop, there's the tree. That's the same tree. And it's the same tree we just walked by. And
forests tend to have a lot of trees. This is true.
Yeah, okay. A lot of trees.
Okay. And a lot of trees look alike.
Okay.
It's okay.
I feel like that tree does look like that other tree, right? Like, is this the same tree or is this a new tree?
It looks a lot like that other tree, but I think there might be one or two branches that are different.
Okay. Maybe you take point for a little bit.
I will do that. Yeah.
As you are having this conversation, the tree that you were just pointing at is ripped out of the ground and thrown. And then there is this howl of just like animal pain and rage and confusion, and this thing. It maybe has too many teeth and maybe has too many limbs, and it is ever changing in shape, and it just rips this tree in front of you out of the ground.
I'm going to grab Laufey's hand. I'm going to do my best not to even look at it. I am just going to run in the opposite direction. I am just like, no recognition, just it's doing its own thing. And we are just going to walk as quickly and as steadfastly as we can.
Great. It is chasing you.
Excellent.
And it's like batting aside trees like they are made of straw. Like it's just like cutting through them as easily as you would scoot paper. Like it's just and it's getting closer and closer, and you can like feel its breath on your neck, and it's slobbering, like it's so close. And
I'm trying to think of like all the rules of the Fae that I know.
What are the rules?
I don't want to kill it because I don't want to take a life, because that means I owe a life, and I'm like,
it jumps, and it's very quiet for a moment. And then you are pinned beneath its weight, and its face, Sterling, is right here.
Do we have other stuff? Like what do we have with us?
I have my axe.
You have your axe.
Yep.
You would have like day packs, right? Like you're expecting to be in here long enough. You would have a couple things to eat. You probably have maybe something to record what's happening for yourself. You perhaps have some kind of a weapon, but it's not yours. Your primary is not that.
Right.
But like you would have something to help you gather forestry stuff, things to gather.
Okay.
He's in your face.
Yep.
He's also pinning you down, Laufey.
Oh, great. Cool.
So like one giant paw on
He's very big, and he still has more hands, arms, legs. We don't know what they are.
Right.
Can I reach my stuff?
Yeah. Do we have any of our limbs free?
I'd say you each have one hand free.
I okay. So I'm making this up as I go. Tell me if I'm making up too many things.
Yeah.
I reach into my pouch and I pull out a mirror. Can I have a mirror?
Sure.
Great. And I like try and shove it over in the beast's face to like trap its spirit in the mirror world. Is that a thing? Is that a thing I can do? Well, how fey are we getting?
That's
I'm like,
good questions all around.
I have no rules right now. So
yeah, well, I mean, that's because we are making them up as we go.
Great. Okay.
So this is definitely a roll, but you are not using speech for it.
Correct. Yeah.
And so I am going to, the way I'm going to adjudicate that is that you will roll at disadvantage.
Okay.
So you will roll your 2d6 twice, and then whichever is the worst outcome, you will take. Maybe you'll get a 8 through 10 both times.
Maybe I will. Okay. You know what? It's already happening.
It's doing it.
It's happening. It's doing it right now.
Okay, 8 for the first one.
And a 12.
Okay. You have gone too far.
Yeah.
Because of this, the Dreaming Forest responds in kind and will do something back to you. You wound this creature. However, the blood gets in your mouth. And you can no longer speak.
No speech.
I will still allow you to use it, but you cannot physically communicate anymore. You're gonna have to find a different way to figure that out. Also, a connection to the human world cracks. You may choose.
Okay. I'm going to try and spread them out. I'm taking one with my niece.
Okay. So now this thing is bleeding and on you, Sterling, because it's right over your face.
Yep.
It's sort of sprayed when you shoved the mirror in. And it says inside your brain in like a very deep, sort of weirdly calm voice. Like, you know how there are people that when they get real mad and it's very calm, it's like
super duper
incredibly scary.
The dissonance of what's happening.
And he says, I need a favor.
I will certainly give one of my favors.
You have 2, yes?
Yep.
He takes a favor, and the favor that he is collecting from you is that you must carry something for him to the next part of the forest. And he hands you what looks like a very familiar left hand with a ring on it.
I think Sterling just kind of stares in shock and then just grabs some muslin out of the bag and just wraps it up, ties it off, and just puts it in his bag and does his best not to not to think about it, as that image is just burned in their mind.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I just like put my hand on their shoulder.
Yep. Just gonna like hold on to your hand and wrist where it is connected to your arm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just like, okay, you've still got all your limbs. Oh.
Oh.
And I'm gonna sign to you to keep going.
Okay. And I'm like,
oh, right, of course. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
No, it's hey, things get crazy here. I get it.
Yep.
I'll
all right.
take over from now on.
All right, so let's have a navigation.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna hang on to my last favor.
Okay.
That's a 10.
A 10.
5 and a 5.
You bend the dream to your
right.
will, and you discover a new part of the forest. So you get to choose either
Ooh.
a clear vision from your heart residing here, offering a bright blessing, or something valuable or healing resides here.
Ooh.
It's tough, right?
I want you to be able to speak, so I feel like the healing thing, but I don't know what that's gonna do.
I'm like, I look at you, I like kind of grab your face, and I'm like,
clear vision it is.
We're offering a bright blessing. The hand, it's going to sound like it doesn't feel like a bright blessing at the beginning, but like, go with me.
I got you.
The hand crawls its way out of your muslin up onto your body and down to hold on to your hand.
Oh, okay.
And as it takes that moment and you see the ring that you remember very clearly giving Grell.
Yeah.
Your heart tells you still have that ring. It's on a chain around your neck. This is not Grell's hand.
Right.
This is a piece of Faye, not a piece of your partner.
Right.
And when you have that realization, you could sort of breathe a little bit easier, and the hand actually turns to dust and crumbles away. And you are relieved of that burden.
Okay. All right. Oh, good. Yeah. No, this is good. And just looks at the. We're good.
And as you come into this new part of the forest and you're feeling like maybe a little more optimistic, like, okay, this is feel like I am not lost. And there is a little girl picking flowers in the middle of this clearing that you have gone into. And she's singing, and it is so lovely and a sweet tune, very reminiscent of like somehow lullabies that both of your backgrounds have, which definitely is not, you wouldn't have been sung the same thing, but it feels like that safe, warm, calm presence. And she looks up and she sees you, and she just has the most beautiful, like genuine smile, and she toddles over to you. And she, yeah, she offers you some of the flowers that she has picked.
Are there flowers around us too?
Yes.
I pick some too, and I hand them out to her to like put in her bouquet.
No, and she gathers them. You may take a favor.
Okay.
You showed affection.
All right.
Without flinching. So she offers, like, she sits down cross-legged. She's bare feet. They look, grass stained. She looks like any other toddler that you would see, like 3-4 years old. And she starts sort of strangely dexterously weaving them into like a flower crown. And just like giggling, and she finishes and she offers it to you. Both of you. Either one of you who will take it.
I will take it.
Okay.
Oh.
And I am going to, in return, pull out of my bag a small little whittled bear.
Oh.
That I've
you may
created.
take a favor.
Just like looks to Alfie like, I think I'm starting to get this.
and she takes the bear and she looks up at you and she gets like a very like a fierce look of concentration on her face, and she looks back at the bear, and then she sets it on the ground and blows on it, and it starts toddling around. And then she looks and she looks up back at Sturley, and she goes, she like motions for you to put on the crown.
I will cautiously put the crown on.
Okay, you can take one more favor for that.
Okay. That's 3. Oof. Too many favors. It's not good.
Sorry, Luffy, you said you were gonna.
Oh no, it's not important. I was just like, I'm gonna take a stick and I'm like playing with the bear.
Play with the little bear.
Yeah, like a cat.
The little girl walks over to you and makes the uppy hands.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no one can resist the uppy hands.
The uppy hands. You pick her up.
Yep.
You may take a favor for that.
Oh, just picking her up. Nice. All right.
And then she takes one more flower and she puts it behind your ear. So it's like sort of, in your hair. And the two of you, now that you have the flowers touching you, start to feel a little drowsy, and like
I chew on some of my peppermint coffee.
Yeah.
I stuff it in his face.
Like, you don't. This is nice here. It's nice here. It would be so much easier to just stay here in this clearing. You start getting thoughts of like, if we go deeper into this forest, like, there's going to be more really terrible, scary things. And here, like, maybe the 3 of us could just like be a family. Like this, what a sweet space here. Like, and she's so cute and she's helping you and she's giving you things. Like, it's just really nice.
Do those herbs help at all?
You are aware that perhaps these thoughts are not your own, but they're still very present in your brain.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
You go. No, you go.
Well, I was just going to say, I'm trying really hard to focus, and I gesture to myself and to Sturley, and I'm like, and I like set her down.
I think I hold the ring that's on the chain around my neck, and I look up to Laufey. I'm trying to think, because pictures don't exist. But I think I have in my bag, I think I have like a little drawing that either that I think Bjorn did when he was just a couple years younger of our family, and Laufey's there from when you came to like visit. And I show the picture to the little girl and sort of give her a pat on the head and just sort of shake my head and just kind of like a little kiss on the forehead.
Okay.
And maybe like encourage her off to go play.
Take care of her little bear.
Yeah. And point to the bear.
Starts toddler crying. It's piercing. It's very loud. Will absolutely attract attention.
I take my flower and I do a little like very simple like sleight of hand and like make it disappear and then make it appear in the other hand, and I like blow the petals at her to try and make her laugh, or like make the bear try and get them or something.
Yeah, I feel like this is the outcome is uncertain, so the forest demands a test of your resolve.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like to use any of your favors?
I will use.
We both got a couple now.
Yeah, I've got 2. But what if my 2 put me over?
Right.
I'm gonna try and use 1. I'm gonna use 1.
Using 1.
Okay. 10.
All right.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
Good.
You are like she calms down. And she gets distracted the way that children do. And she goes like follows maybe, some sort of like butterfly situation. And then she goes back over and starts picking flowers again. You have earned a boon from the mother tree. You may choose invaluable insight, a gift from the dreaming forest, or you may heal 1 crack.
Man. I am going to choose invaluable insight.
Invaluable insight.
Gotta get there. Yeah.
Yeah. So the insight that you gain is that things are getting progressively harder the closer you get in. And the insight that is that the 3 that you have already encountered are child's play compared to what is coming up.
Well, I could have told you that. I want the All right. I sort of just.
I will also say that this particular fae just wanted you to stay forever, as it's lonely.
Yeah,
and it will continue to do what it is doing until it ensnares someone.
Okay, well, hopefully that bear keeps it company for a while.
Is it the bear? Is that good? All right.
The bear. Okay. Based on my understanding of the fae and the woods, is the bear like what if a fae does something like that? Is it like a construct, or is that like a real creature now? Do I know?
I mean, it seems completely autonomous. Like it's alive now. It's not like a glamour that they put onto it. Like it is a thing now.
Right.
They brought it to life.
Then, I guess I would need to consult with Sterling as she's distracted. I kind of like pull you so that we're a little bit facing away from her. And I gesture at her and I like make a hugging. I'm like, she's, like she's lonely. And I point at the picture that you pulled out.
Right.
And I'm like, like,
I think I nod. I have an idea. And I'm going to take the picture and I'm going to look at it one last time. And I'm going to fold it up. And I'm just going to, because she's overplaying with the flowers.
Correct.
I'm just going to hand it to the bear.
And
continue on our way.
Okay.
As just sort of a reminder that we were here.
How interesting. Okay. I'm going to say you both get a favor for that because you were showing kindness and it was sort of a group effort. Is anybody at 5?
Nope, not yet. I'm like right on the cusp.
Right on the cusp.
Use up some of those favors.
All right, time to.
I'm gonna try.
Before we journey deeper through the trees, I'm gonna say that this is an excellent time for us to do a little bio break. So, go eat some peppermint coffee root thing, and probably not much else because I don't think anything else is super safe in the forest. So eat what you brought with you.
What you brought.
And don't leave anything behind. And we will be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, bye. Welcome back from the break. Ba, 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 ba.
ba.
Let's see what bad things await. Who is
More
leading
trauma.
the charge?
I'll lead
moving on.
I'll lead the charge again. Yes.
Yep, I just like grab your belts and I'm like,
I'm gonna use. Do I use one or two favors?
Uh-oh.
you have so many.
I do have so
Two
many.
runs the risk of going
Two runs the
over.
risk of going over, but if I get one more favor, then we attract more trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. You feeling lucky?
Definitely use one.
Definitely do not feel lucky. No.
I don't feel
using one.
So I'm going to use two. I'm going to
Using two.
I'm going for it.
Using two.
We're pulling down.
Okay.
Okay. That's an 8, 9, and 10.
Oh, all right.
Just in the safe zone.
Would
Just
you
in the
like
safe
a
zone.
clear vision from your heart residing here and offering a bright blessing?
Okay.
Or would you like something valuable
Something valuable.
or healing that resides here
Right.
in this part of the forest?
I want Laufey to get her voice back. So
Oh.
I'm going to go with healing.
Okay.
You've had a rough go of it, girl. And like, I've been running away from a lot of stuff and I feel real bad. And like, there's that like guilt of like, this is partially my fault. So healing. Let's go healing.
There is definitely something here that you have heard rumor
Mhm.
will allow to soothe for vocal distress.
Gotcha.
It's like little I'm gonna say they're berries.
Okay. Yeah. And I think I have like a little notebook that has some stuff from Grell,
Sure.
like that knowledge of the Fey part of their ancestry. And I'm like, oh wait, I remember. And I'm looking through and I spot the berries. Eat these. They will help.
Oh, do we have them? Are they like
And I
here?
show
Mhm. Yeah.
and I pick the berries and I
like very carefully am matching the berry
I'm
to
like-
the drawing.
yeah. Look, it's the same. It's the same.
They don't
like,
taste super great, but and then your
I'm
voice
just like
comes
watching the
out,
expressions
and
on
it
your
goes
face.
over.
Like,
It tastes real. They're very sour, like
Mhm.
super, super sour, but your voice it's weak, but still there.
Oh, that's a lot. I was like, did you ever have one of those warheads? No.
Yeah. hey,
Thank you.
this is great.
I like give him a big hug. Yeah. Aw.
Okay.
As you were
One
having this
problem solved.
moment of respite, this like
I'm
it's good.
very good with speech, so this means a lot. to me.
You
Thank
both hear these tiny little whispers, kind of all around you,
Oh boy.
and
You hear those?
Yep.
they're in a 1,000 different voices. None of them are ones that you really recognize. And as you are looking at each other, you notice that like the color is all leaching out of your clothing and your skin. And you start to feel sort of sluggish and lethargic and like you just kind of don't care about anything anymore.
That's crazy.
Just like
Were
sit
we always
down
in
for a
black and
minute.
white?
I don't know what is. I don't remember what color is.
Hmm.
I don't think I care that I don't remember what color is.
I like remember the words for color.
Right. But like if you said red,
Red.
what is red?
Red.
Um, a fae in both of your ears, almost at the same time, you hear a voice say, "I need a favor."
Okay.
What can we do?
Just lay down. Don't move anymore.
Oh,
Okay. Is that it, or?
I don't think.
Are you still there?
Just be calm.
No, I am.
Sit.
So calm.
Isn't it hard to breathe? Wouldn't it be easier if you just let your heart stop beating?
Hey, Sterling.
Hello, Fee.
I feel like our heart's important.
Hearts are very important.
Okay.
Breathing is important.
Would just be so much calmer and easier. Just lay down. Just not.
Wouldn't it be calmer and easier if we just laid down?
Yes, but things in life that are worth doing are rarely easy.
Okay, well, name one thing that's worth doing. I dare you. I like reach out to push him back so that he can lay down. And I my hand hits the ring on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And I like kind of grab it. And I'm like, is this
Growl.
heart? This seems important. Like a heart is important.
Hearts.
Right?
Hearts are very important. And I brush the still healing wound. And people are important.
People.
Loving people. Loving people is hard, but it is worth doing, even if it's painful.
People. Can we like remember our families if we try?
Yeah, they're getting more and more insistent, these whispers, and they're getting louder and a little angrier. But you are remembering what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. People are important. People.
We cannot lay down. We cannot stop.
Frella and Bjorn.
Yes. Your brother. His daughter.
Thrym and Vess.
Yes.
Vess. Okay. And
Thrym and Vess.
So you have broken a promise to the Fae.
Okay.
So you each lose 2 favors.
Okay.
Does that put you below? Did you each have 2 to give?
I had 2.
I had exactly 2. So we both have 0.
Now you have 0.
So we have 0.
All right.
Okay. All right. You can head through. It is time to journey deeper into the forest.
All right.
Yes.
I like look down at my bandage and I'm like, hey, red.
Check it out.
I remember color.
I think there's like a very pained laugh that comes from Sterling. It's like, that will, anyway.
Gotta take those wins where we can, buddy.
Indeed.
All right. This is a straight roll, whoever's doing it, because neither of you have any favors. Who's leading?
You want to go or should I?
I don't know.
I'll take
You doing
one
it?
more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
right. Straight roll.
Okay.
That's 6.
Oh, the whispers overwhelm you. Okay. You have to feed the forest some of your humanity. Okay. So where is your crack going? Are you going with Frello or Bjorn?
I think it's I think it's going to be from Bjorn because I've already left the picture behind.
Oh,
All right. Here is what you see.
Okay.
You see Grell, whole, healthy looking. And for a moment, your heart kind of lifts and you think, like, maybe here in this place,
Yeah.
they're okay. And as you're walking toward them, pieces start floating off and they're splintering and shattering and being pulled apart. They just, their faces
catch them and it's just not working.
Is still perfect and intact. And you can see that it just looks incredibly painful. And they are in anguish and they are reaching for you and they're just getting scattered around the forest.
Oh, no.
Hey. You okay? You okay? You with me?
Falling apart. I need the pieces. I need to catch the pieces.
Hey. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Look at me. That's why we're here. We're going to put the pieces back together, right?
Okay.
That's the whole point. That's what we're going to do. Even if they're scattered now, we're going to find them. We're going to put them back together so that they can move on. Okay? Okay. I just keep gripping.
The last pieces
arms,
are whisked away and there's a ringing silence in the area. And as Sturley is overcome with emotion and is sort of hunched in on themselves crying, you hear a voice from behind a tree say, "Oh, hey buddy, are you okay?"
They're having a bit of a rough time right now. The forest can be a little overwhelming.
And then a voice from directly behind Laufey says, "Oh, yes, we understand that. It can be a lot to be here. Well, maybe we can help you."
I think we're well on our way right now, but if you need anything from us.
Oh, it's so nice of you to offer. Yes, we would absolutely love a favor from each of you.
More like I'm like offering. More like offering to do something for you, If you need anything done.
Yes, a favor.
Unfortunately, the only favors I have to give right now are things like this. And I pull out some of the berries, I guess, that I have. I'm like, we don't have much to give, but this could help in certain situations.
It seems like, since neither of you have any favors left, that you're going to have to give a dream.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
And what dream do you give them? These are pleasant dreams.
They are. I think there's a recurring dream of mine. And it's not a memory, it's a dream. Because I think by the time that I taught Frella to hunt, Grell had already passed. But it's a dream of Grell and I both teaching her how to string a bow, knock an arrow the correct way, and like how to properly pull back so that you're not straining the muscles. I think that's a dream of a could have been future.
As you sort of pour that dream into the Fae that is standing by you, you feel a little more hollow, a little tired, a little bit more hopeless. And she gets this look on her face like she just had a bite of the best dessert. Like she's just savoring that feeling, and sort of shivers with like satisfaction. And And then the fae that is standing by you, Laufey, sort of taps you on the shoulder to get your attention again. And she stares at you expectantly.
Okay. I give her, so my mother is my fae blood. And so I have only seen her like a couple of times, very fleetingly. Didn't really have like an actual relationship because she's
fae,
flighty. But I have a dream where I'm like sleeping in her lap and she's stroking my hair and singing lullabies to me. And it's not a thing that ever happened, but it was like a thing that I would imagine when I was a kid. And I give the fae that dream.
Oh, they she takes it in greedily, almost like you feel her pulling it, because it involves some of her people, and so she wants more. She you have to stop her from continuing to take more of that.
I cut it off.
Yeah, she just like she's sucking really hard on a straw, and it just it's very powerful, vacuuming it up. And they sort of start stroking your hair, both of you, just gently, and you can stay with us if you'd like to stay. We have so many more things to talk about.
Thank you, but we must go.
We have a job to do.
We could tell you about your mother.
That's not why we're here. Thank you. We need to continue.
Okay.
Just bow. Not making eye contact.
Please don't. Slowly back.
They just Homer Simpson into a bush.
Exactly.
All right. Where are you heading now? Who is leading?
Do
you want to go?
Yeah, sure.
You seem like you were leading the exit on this one.
Yeah. Yeah. So after we back out, I turn and decisively set off in a direction.
We're going this way.
Yep. Wow. That is the third time that the dice have rolled. That one has rolled a 4 and that one has rolled a 1.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
You are overwhelmed by an incredible amount of whispers. This time, they're telling you that the person in front of you isn't a friend, that you don't even know who they are. Who is this person? They're probably dangerous. You should probably not be there.
I withdraw my hand and start kind of backing away.
What is wrong?
What? Oh, nothing. I'm just, I'm trying to, I have a job to do in the woods.
Yes,
thank you for your time. And, I'm sure you do. And here, and I put down a little, like a little, belt knife that I have. I set it down and I'm like, this is for you. Okay. And I start walking away.
Wait.
Oh, hey. How do you know my name?
How could I know your name?
Yeah. Yep. I did. I'm specifically not telling anybody my name. So
correct. So the only way that I could know your name is if you had given it to me previously, not here.
Did you trick me into giving my name to you?
I will grab your hand and I'll hold it firmly. My name is Sterling. I give it to you, Laufey, freely.
Okay. Sterling.
Yes. We
let go of my hand, please.
You know me. You know my children.
Sterling.
Freyla and Bjorn.
Sterling.
They are your godchildren.
If you know me and that's your name.
Yes.
I'm asking you, Sterling, to let go of my hand.
I let go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That seems good, right?
Right.
Sterling.
Yes.
And what were the
Freyla.
names? Freyla and
Bjorn.
Bjorn.
And as
Your
you
brother.
are saying the names and repeating them, things are starting to come back to you and you're starting to remember. But it does cause a crack in one of your connections.
Yeah, I have so many cracks. All
Your
right.
brother, Thrym. His child, Vess.
Bess. Yeah. Bess. My brother? I take a crack in that relationship with him.
Okay. He's got two
Thrym.
cracks now, huh?
I
Yeah.
pick up the knife
Uh-huh.
and I hand it back to you. This was his.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
And I just
Yes.
close your fingers around it.
his eyes are green.
Yes.
Thrym. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You sort of feel yourself, everything comes flooding back when you are touching that knife. It for whatever reason that ended up being that trigger, and you remember everything and you realize that it was absolutely just a trick of this. So many cuss words, Forrest. And suddenly there is a searing flash of light in this area of the forest, and it just keeps happening. And you don't see a creature, but you can like feel its presence, like how you know you're being watched by a predator of some kind. Like there is something here. And in these flashes of light, you are being bombarded with images of your loved ones being taken away from you, and your livelihood being dashed aside, and of being lost forever, and drowning, and just every nightmare you've ever had your entire life is now just like attacking all of your senses in these flashes of light. So we definitely need a check from each of you of however you are going to combat this.
Okay.
I'm gonna grabbing onto Laufey's hand with my left hand. I'm going to take my right hand and remembering our previous encounter with like the wound and the colors and everything like that.
Yeah.
That reminder that pain is temporary. I'm going to grab the blade of the axe head and I'm just going to run my hand across it and
try to like jerk yourself out of.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get a roll. Okay. No favors left, huh?
No favors at the
left.
moment. That is a 2 and a 3.
Woof.
No.
Okay, you have a choice, my friend. The dark spirits are old and wise, but cunning. You may make a dark bargain in order to succeed, but you must pay whatever price they ask. Or you may falter, and something will become significantly worse.
We are getting so close. And everything that we have gone through has to have been worth it. I'm going to take the dark bargain. I'm going to reach out with my bleeding hand and squeeze some of the blood as it drips onto the forest floor.
It wants Grell's ring.
I think there's a moment of there is that moment where he pulls the chain off.
Mm-hmm.
Or they pull the chain off, and Sturley holds it out, the blood kind of dripping down onto the ring. And as I let go, there is that reminder that things are things.
Mm-hmm.
And there's almost a relief as I give over something physical,
Mm-hmm.
that it's not another memory.
Mm-hmm. So that the ring is whisked away and it is gone, and the nightmares clear and the things are not flashing. But when you look over, you see that it's not clear yet for Laufey. You can tell by their reactions. So let's see what happens with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So I'm being like bombarded with all of these visions, and knowing that this is very specifically a thing that like happens when you go into the forest. This is one of the prime things that you're like told about. You're going to be shown visions of horrible things. I'm kind of clutching my head and I just shout, "These visions aren't real. These visions aren't real. I know that you are trying to get into my mind and I will not let you in."
All right, let's see what happens.
All right. I also have no favors.
9.
Got one of my dice.
You achieve your goal.
Yeah. Okay.
And you may choose a boon from the mother tree. Insight, a gift from the forest, or you may heal a crack.
I am going to heal one of my cracks.
Yeah, it seems smart.
I'm gonna heal one of the Thrim ones. So each of my people only have one crack.
Okay. Now please, we do another. You're a moving. Who's leading?
We're moving.
Who's leading?
I'll take the lead.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that good with you? Did you want to?
No, I mean, yeah.
4 and a 5, 9.
A 9. You discover a new part of the forest. You may either choose a vision from your heart residing here and offering a bright blessing, or something valuable and or healing resides here.
I'm going to go clear vision with this.
Clear vision.
Yeah.
You take a look around the clearing, and around this clearing are like little skittering shadows on the edge of the clearing, trying to like get out, get into where you are, trying to get to you. And your vision is so clear that you can see that there is something different about this particular clearing. There are 3 trees here. One of them looks very, very impressive, big and tall and strong. And Laufey, you think that this is the dreaming tree because it's in, the whispering tree. It's in the middle of the forest. It's the biggest one there. It's most impressive. But in a touch Indiana Jones situation here, Sturley, that is the wrong tree. And
That's too obvious.
You just know it. And if you tell yours to that, something bad will happen. But there's a small tree off to the right that's, nothing impressive to look at, but it is radiating with this power and it's calling to you.
As Laufey is looking at the bigger tree, I grab her hand once again. That is an anglerfish.
I don't know
It's
what
like
that means.
They are fish with little dangling lights on them and very big teeth. And they draw you in with that beautiful light, hiding the maw behind. And I point to the smaller tree. Humble. Small. This is the one.
So
sure?
the two of you approach this tree.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get close enough to be in its shade, you realize absolutely this is the whispering tree. And you have made it. And you are not unscathed. And you have lost things that you will never get back. But you have gotten here. And you each take a moment to whisper the thing that you need to this tree. And here is where we get to decide if it's going to actually be fulfilled.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh.
Is there a price that you are willing to pay? You will pay anything in order for this to be true?
Just about.
I think just short of being taken, but yes.
Just short of being taken into the forest?
Yeah, we'll see. I guess. I don't know how that works mechanically, but yeah, I think just short of, because my kids still need me.
I think we're going to do a roll for it. We have the three bands. I think that if we get the 8 to 10 band, that it just happens the way that you have asked. If it is 11 plus, then I think that it happens, but you have to leave something of yourself in the forest, which I will tell you what it is when you get there. And if it is 7 or below, I think there's a 50-50 chance that it happens and something is taken away, or it doesn't happen at all.
Right.
So who wants to go first?
I'll go first since I don't know how Thrim is doing, and there's a actual like time factor that could be at
you
play.
have more of the time limit on yours.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go.
All right. I like squeeze Sterling's hand and I step forward to like a knot, like a bowl in the tree trunk, and I ask that my brother be healed.
Okay. Let's give that roll.
Oh God. Sorry, one of them fell off the. No, it's a 6.
A 6. You feel like a sense of calm in your body. This tree feels really steady and old, even though it is smaller. It feels like it has really deep roots to pushing out into different parts of the forest. And you feel like it is absolutely a force for good in the middle of this forest, but it cannot give you things without sacrifice. And it will heal your brother, but it will heal him with your life essence. So you will die.
I look back at Sterling and I take a moment and I'm like, this is my choice. Give them my love.
Luffy, there has to be something.
I don't think so. Not this time. And I step to the tree and I like kneel down before it.
Yeah.
I come up behind you and I give you just one last.
And as you're holding her in your arms, she goes still and limp, and then suddenly you're not holding anything anymore. She's just gone. Peace. She's gone.
I think just for this moment, like, I will let myself grieve afterwards. I need to do this.
Of course.
It's what we came here for.
All right. Get them rolls. No favors left.
And I fall into the place that you were in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I whisper into the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Reconstitute their spirit. Help them pass on peacefully and safely. It's a 4 and a 6. Taking a picture. Taking a picture. There you go. Give me a sec. Taking a picture.
That's great. Mine was actually also a 4 and a 6. Hold on, I'll take a picture and
yeah. So you have a moment where you feel like you just saw your friend give everything for her wish to come true. And so you are sort of steeling yourself for that. Like, thoughts of your children go through your brain, and like, Freyla is old enough that maybe it would be hard, but she could take care of Bjorn if she had to. And this is important. Having them pass on in a way that is more final, so they can be at rest, is something that has been pulling at you for so long. And you feel like calm pass over you, and this feeling as if the forest feels like maybe it took enough from you in this particular instance. And you feel that it has happened. Now, there's really no way to prove it. But for you, he has reassembled and passed over. And you have to make your way back out of the forest, and you're alone now. And it is harder. And when you get out, you've sort of, there's more stuff, and you're roughed up a little bit more, and you're exhausted, and you're missing things that you went in with. One very big thing that you went in with, you are missing. And when you come back out of the forest, you feel something in your pocket, and you have Thrim's knife. The forest gave it back to you on the way out so that you would be able to hand it back to her family. And that is Journey to the Whispering Tree, everyone.
My heart.
I want you to know the song that just came on, because I'm listening to ambient noise, is called The Spirit Tree.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
impeccable.
That's amazing.
Let's do not the, we did lose a PC, but like, let's do our moments of gratitude. What are we grateful for?
My heart. Oh my God. Just Meagan, like, incredible role play. Just like the moment I particularly enjoyed the moment where you forgot who Sterling was, and that like just visceral, like going immediately into like, okay, business mode. I don't know who this person is. Like, I know how this works.
It seemed like correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you were treating them as if they were a fae, like you were giving them here go.
Yeah. So I was like have this offering.
So perfect.
Yeah, really good.
Thank you. I mean, I agree. Also, great role play. It was funny. I think I said the first character thing, and I was just like, "Oh, hey, we're doing this thing," and you were like, "Oh, yes," and I was like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "Yeah, all right, yeah, let's do it." It was really fun. It was literally just like your shift from like, "I'm Patrick" to be like, "I'm this character." It was really fun. It's fun to like get to play together with someone who's like gonna fully take on a role.
Hell yeah. That was absolutely lovely. First time we've met and first time we played together, and that was just like, I really enjoyed the chemistry that those two characters had, and it was just felt really good, and it was absolutely heartbreaking when Laufey made that choice. I was like, oh no, God.
I mean, there was a moment like could have refused it.
Yeah. We went through so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was fun. I feel like I had a lot of feelings in that for how short it was.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. There was just like,
so Sarah, shout out to you as well.
100%. Setting the scenes.
You know, it's funny. We normally do really like
super silly.
Like
like pure chaos
like,
most of the time.
There are jazz hands and slapstick and toilet humor, but like, you know, sometimes to round out the year, we like to be a bit introspective and we like to be a bit heavier and more emotional. It's good. It's cathartic. Let all that out of there. I feel like 2022 has been kind of a wild year for lots of people. And so I would encourage you to try a game where you get to do some real heavy, what happens when I'm faced with my fears role play. And then, use that.
What are TTRPGs but therapy with friends?
Yeah, absolutely.
What memories can we let go of, and what ones do we want to hang on to?
Yeah, and what happens to you when you let go of those memories, and how does it shift you as you are?
How do you moving on? What is left behind as they leave? Damn,
but also, just in general, I encourage everyone to just have therapy.
Yes, also go like do actual real like therapy. Professionals. That's important. Very important, actually.
Therapy for everyone. La 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 la.
That's the real year ender. Everyone get therapy.
Exactly. Go get therapy.
So before we do, where can we find you on the internet? I would love to have a little bit of perspective from you. Going into 2023. Not going to look for I'm not a big person for resolutions. That's not a thing that I feel personally is super helpful. But if you were to have a guide word for your year to go through, something that is broad enough that it can touch aspects of your life in many places, what would your guide word be?
Oh, I can go first because I already have mine.
Excellent.
I've been thinking about it, which is balance. I had a baby 2 years ago, and it was right after the pandemic started. And then I don't know if you guys heard about the pandemic. There was this thing. Yeah. Everything was all up in the air, and we have older kids, and then we're trying to raise a baby, and now stuff is kind of starting to get back to normal, but then I've just been in this weird sort of chaos mode.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to literally in the last few weeks, I've been thinking about it. So I have not gotten anywhere, but trying to really figure out how to calm everything down and find that balance. Cause there's always going to be chaos mode, but if I can put something on the other side of the scale to have not just chaos mode and be able to sort of center and ground myself again, and and have an even keel, like navigate chaos mode a little bit better than I feel like I maybe have been recently.
Excellent.
That's my thing that I'm working on.
I believe in you.
I'm gonna second that. I like balance. And I'm definitely like that'll be one of the words. I think the other one, I think it's funny that you mentioned like the resolution's not really the thing, but resolve in general.
Yeah.
Like just there are some things that happened this past year, and I'm sure things that are going to happen in the coming year that I think there's definitely that temptation to run away from, or to avoid and to like back down from. But I think with like different projects and different aspects of like personal life, there are just some things that need to be dealt with head on, and just as uncomfortable as some of them can be dealing with, as I stare at my emails that have gone unopened for like the last week. So many emails.
This week doesn't exist.
It doesn't count.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell myself.
I'm absolving you of those emails today.
For today. But at some point they do need to be dealt with. And
for sure. Yeah.
I think resolve is the word.
I love it.
Fingers
crossed. To resolve that inbox.
Yeah, resolve it. I think my guide word for 2023 is going to be joy, because I feel like there are bits of joy everywhere, and I am often finding myself getting too caught up in the stress and the chaos and my to-do lists and my work to be able to enjoy it, really. And so I want to try to focus on like finding that again in more places, and letting myself find it in more places than I have because like it was mentioned, there was like sort of a global thing happening. It makes things hard
to some extent.
But even through all that, there are still little moments of lift, and I want to try to focus on the moments of lift more. So yeah, I don't know what everybody at home, what your guide word will be, but I would love to hear about it. So let's go around and talk about where we can be found on the intrawebs. Meagan, where can we find you?
Yeah, find me on TikTok at Maddie Patinkin.
I was just going to say. I was waiting for it.
Good callback. That's full circle.
Good. I am. I'm on Instagram at Meagan and Eggs. I am on Facebook as Meagan Karimi-Naser, and I am pretty bad at social media. So
cool.
It's my constant disclaimer. There's stuff there. Find me when stuff is happening. I'll probably post about it. So I just might not post for like a couple months.
Yeah. So do you have any projects coming up?
We're doing another season of Actoroki, which I'm excited for. And also we finished shooting a show called The Scottish Play, which will be coming out, I don't know, actually at some point, but the first half of it is on Amazon Prime if you want to go watch some of that to prep for the second half of the season. So go watch that.
Meagan plays a delightfully quirky and scattered, I would say, gremlin.
Love that.
In this show.
Thank you. Yeah. She's a human gremlin. She's actually just Meagan, but more.
Yeah. So. Like Meagan turned up to 11.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I was cast, I think, correctly.
Agreed. Yeah. Can't wait to see the second half of it. I'm ready.
Thank you.
Looking that up right now because anything to do
taking a
with
note.
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
The Scottish Play 2021.
Probably. So we started shooting it 6 years ago, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and it just got delayed.
Yeah.
Again, let's talk about the global situation. Definitely.
There are three things called the Scottish play. One of them is people in front of a sort of cream colored background.
That's
One of them
probably us.
is in front of like a curtain kind of deal.
Oh God, that is so out of focus. It's
I know,
the second one though. It's the second one. I see the color and shape of us. I think. Yeah.
Yes. So that
I see
one,
the shape
everybody.
of us.
That's
Great.
the one.
That's the most blurry thing in the world, but it's definitely.
And it was
that one.
released in 2017. This one.
That's the
And
one.
part 2
That's
is coming up soon, apparently.
Yep. There you go.
Add to watch lists.
Nice.
Excellent.
Thanks.
And Patrick, where can we find you?
Hi. Yes. You can find me everywhere on the internet at That Gray Gentleman. My name is Patrick Keeffe. You can find most of my socials there. Don't try to friend me on Facebook. I'm not going to accept it. But I do have the That Gray Gentleman Facebook page. So do that. You can also find me over at the Writers Room 7th C, or it's a Writers Room, the 7th C, the Writers Room, a 7th C podcast. Where we play the TTRPG 7th C. It is myself, my best friend Evan, and my best friend Zoe. And we all tell a fully narrative, sound effect fully written story together, very similar to a radio play. But we go into the writer's room to explain what we're doing with the mechanics of the game.
Sorry.
Your adorable kitten sneeze cut off.
Apologies. That wasn't a commentary on the show. The show's very good. It doesn't make you sneeze.
No, it might make you cry again, though. We're wrapping up the first season is wrapping up soon, and we are going to start recording season 2.
That is true.
Coming next week. So I'm excited. You can also find me over at heroicstory.com, which is an MMO D&D game with myself and a bunch of other really wonderful DMs are all telling stories in this massive world that is one giant living campaign with
So cool.
a lot of players. So come figure out how you can sign up for that. It's at heroicstory.com.
Jazz hands.
Cool.
That's it.
Hi, I'm Sarah Moore. You can find me on Facebook at Actor Sarah Moore. You can find me on everything else at Pixies and Pins. You can go to my website, pixiesandpins.com. You can find me here every Friday night on twitch.tv/GenConTV. For Sarah's Table, we are streaming every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific. I don't know what we're playing next week because next week is next year. So I want to figure it out, but it might be something wild.
Mm-hmm.
I actually, well, hold on. Wait, I have notes. I wrote things down because I'm good at making lists. Oh, yeah. Next week, we are playing the second half of the Crowned Holiday special.
Yeah.
So we're going to see if those knuckleheads ever made it to the actual plot that I wrote.
I'm not in this one, so you can't.
It's not you this time.
And it's not me either. Oh, good job.
High five.
You absolutely made it to the plot. Well done. Yeah, and then after that, I don't know if you have an RPG that you wrote. Like, reach out, find me on socials. Tell me about it. I would love to have it on.
Yes.
And I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of things, and I'm kind of everywhere. So do a lot of stuff with World of Chaldea and Actoroki. And if you are in the Chicago area, you can hire me to be a professional dungeon master for you. If you would like me to come and run a game for you. I also run games online for hire, but like I'm so busy. So who knows when that can happen? I'm sure I'll have more things happening.
Reach out to schedule.
Yeah. Ta-da! Find me, pixiesandpins.com. I would like to thank the two of you for being at my table, for rounding out my year. I'm going to do, you know what? I'm going to make a post about it, but I do want to do a quick, this is how many people have been at my table.
Yes.
Oh. This year, I did 40 episodes. We started at the beginning of March, and I did 40 episodes. I did 31 different systems, including today. I had 51 unique players throughout the year. I had 5 puppets. It's true. I had 99 moments of gratitude, 2 live shows, 2 in-person shows, 3 solo RPGs. I read 2 Christmas stories. I did a million weird hand gestures and a bunch of funny faces. We had several instances of tears on the stream. Most of them were me. And 3 separate physical tables, but just 1 Sarah. And that is my year wrapped up. It was a lot. Woo-hoo. So thank you all for watching and for sticking with me. Thank you to Gen Con for giving me this platform so that I can spotlight all these cool indie RPGs. And thank you to Peter Atkinson for trusting me to literally do whatever I want on this stream. Thank you to Marcus Mays for always making sure that we are running on time and for doing the tech. And thank you to my partner, Jeff Moore, who makes sure that all of this has pretty overlays and that I look like I know what I'm talking about and that we edit things out that aren't supposed to be here. You're the best. I'm sure that there are at least, 49 other people to thank. If you were a guest on my show at some point this year, thank you so much. And for there's probably at least 25 different game designers that I ran this year. So thank you so much. I'm going to put out something that talks about all of the different things that I ran, and where you can find it and all that stuff. So thank you for being here. And I cannot wait for next year to run.
Thank you for having
more
us.
Stuff. Yeah,
it is always an absolute pleasure.
This is Patrick's 13th appearance this year.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. Yeah. Wild. Meagan twice.
Yeah.
You're so close.
Yeah. I'm coming for that crown.
Just right on his heels.
Just dragging you back so you can unseat me. Somebody needs to.
Somebody needs to. I think that the person who is the person right below you, there's a tie.
Oh.
And it is Lexi the First and Damon Van Hee.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
they're real
sense.
Close.
Well, I see them both in person semi-regularly, so
this is true.
You could just take them
out of the running.
Yeah, take them out. Okay, so next year you'll be like, oh no, they can't play. I don't know what
so
their camera's broken. I don't know what happened.
Just show up at their house and just smash all their equipment.
That's crazy how that happened.
That's weird. Anyway, I hope they're not watching. We're not threatening you. Don't worry. Everything's
we're not. We wouldn't do that on camera.
Definitely not where people could see.
That is something that could be admissible
for legal purposes.
Evidence.
The preceding statements were a joke.
All jokes.
All jokes.
Yeah, so very convincing. Good job, Meagan. You're an actress,
Thank
right?
You. I was acting.
I see. Good. But yeah, so for the last time in 2022, keep being art and keep making art. We'll see you next time.